I feel like giving up. For the first time ever, I think I've got it wrong. In this week's episode of Unfinished Business, we tear up the business plan in the boardroom and go back to the drawing board. Our plans for the future are hanging in the balance. These next few decisions will decide on this company's fate. Watch this week's episode to find out if we can build a plan that matches the company's ambition. My name's Joseph Valente. This is episode 60 of Unfinished Business. Right, let's get this show on the fucking road. So what we need to do is build a business that's bigger than just putting people through an academy for 12 months and keep doing this. I think there's a problem that we can fix. So have you heard of the Cash Flow Quadrant? The Robert Kiyosaki Cash Flow Quadrant. It looks like this, okay? This is what happens. This is the journey. Right, that one, employee, yeah? Then you move to self-employed. Then you go from self-employed to business owner. And in a lot of cases, this is what we're helping the businesses that we work with to do, aren't we? Yeah? To stop being on the tools working for themselves, hiring people so that they have a business where they can step out of it and it still works. This is really good for you to understand the difference between self-employed and business owner. A business owner is where it has people running the business. A self-employed is where basically the person is the business. They've already made the jump from employee to self-employed. And they might even have a limited company with 3 or 4 people and think they've got a business. But if the business stops when they go on holiday, they don't own a business, they own a job. And the final step in the wealth creation game beyond business owner is called investor. So you get money and then you use the money to make money. Okay, the business just doesn't make you money. So if you're chucking off 20 grand a month in free cash flow, yeah, within your business, then where's that money going to go? They got 2 choices. They either put it back into, well, they got 3. Well, there's 4. They put it back into the business, yeah, they save it, they spend it, or they invest it. Yeah, so this piece here, and this is what terminology you use, is that your money makes money. Oh, by the way, something that you might like me for, or you might not like me for, okay? I wanted to get everybody in Trade Mastermind shirts in here. Vote. No. Yes? What do you mean no? Yeah, they do. Imagine how amazing you'd all look in Trade Mastermind shirts.
Who is excited about wearing a TM shirt?
Here's what a dictatorship is. Everybody vote. Who doesn't want to wear it? Put your hands up. Overruled. Yeah, everyone's getting shirts now. You're top quality. The best.
It's like, so much better like this. Like,
No, you don't. Look how passionate Claudia is about fashion. She's not happy, is she? All right, I'll tell you what. Let's do a trial. How about that? Let's start with the shirts and go from there. We need a tagline for it. Entrepreneurs shadow government agency. I like the word agency. I want to be like a CIA. Operate to my own rules. Black book budget. Gone from entrepreneur support to Klaus Schwab's super villain. One world government. I'm going to take over the fucking world. Fuck it. Don't worry about the colours. Fuck the colours off. You're getting a bit too fucking wild now. Holding politicians accountable. What a fucking tagline. That's a fucking tagline. Holding politicians accountable. I'm not going for the fucking top job just yet, so I don't want to put like a make Britain great again type thing. So I put a post out on LinkedIn last night and it's gone absolutely viral. Over 11,000 likes and thousands of comments. And what I'm talking about in the post is Elon Musk, Donald Trump and Robert Kennedy all being the new CEO, COO and CMO of the United States of America. That they got that team and we got Keir Starmer. It's time that the government evolved and we brought entrepreneurs and business people into government. When it's blown up, it's exploded. I've really struck a chord with so many business owners and entrepreneurs that are tired of the status quo. Why would we leave everything to politicians when business people and entrepreneurs are natural born problem solvers? So why don't we work together together. So I've decided to create the Entrepreneur Shadow Government, an agency that's united in working with the government and politicians to be able to solve this country's problems, to be able to create the right policies, and to be able to build this country into a position where it is once again a leader on the world stage. If we don't start to make a move and start to stand up, this country's going to go backwards very, very quickly. And I, for one, don't want to see that happen. I love to do business, but I know that business is not all I'm here to do. And I'm here to help the masses. I'm going to start now, and I'm going to bring together a big party of entrepreneurs and business people to be able to make this movement happen. So if you want to support me, please click on the link below and go onto the website and register to be part of the Entrepreneurs Shadow Government.
Yeah, so we're back in the office, obviously had a weekend off. It's Monday, team are back in, ready to smash it. We are behind on our targets, okay, so we've got 176,000 to go, but we have a lot of follow-ups again in the pipeline, like you say, cultivating those relationships over a period of time. So at the minute, I'm the top of the leaderboard at 42,500 in sales so far this month. Monique second at 14,000, Jamal coming in third at 10,000, and Jamie at the bottom there with 7,500. So the secret behind my success, look, I'm a big proponent of building rapport with people. £24,000 sale, and that was cultivated over sort of the last 2 months, and I've got more in the pipeline of that as well. So it's really that deferred gratification, you know, building that relationship over a period of time to obviously get the sale in the end.
Wow! How good does that look, eh? Brilliant. Looks fantastic. This looks really good, doesn't it? See, this is the setup that I was talking about the other day. The content, fucking, look, we don't fucking use this at all, do we? We've got a proper fucking studio in here. Look at this. What's this shot look like? Like having someone for an interview. Is this not better than having the podcast desk sometimes? Like a fucking stage. I mean, you interview. This is like a proper interview space. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, like where they launch stuff out. Yeah. Watching Patrick Bet-David and like how he's mobilised himself as a kind of, not a news anchor, he's kind of like a news anchor, and created a separate platform where he talks about current affairs, and their speed to get to a message to jump on something and bring on great people is fucking nuts. And I think of always about something that Andrew Tate said. He used the same strategy but in a different way, and it was get attention, build network, and then monetize. And obviously he went down the road of saying a lot of stuff that a lot of people would find inappropriate to get attention. Patrick Bet-David's done a similar thing. It will never be to the same virality, but has got way more legs to it, because obviously Tate's popularity now is, it's not that he's disappearing, but he's just not about anymore, is he? Unless you're on X, he's not there. He had his peak, and it's not a sustainable peak because of his message. It was never a mainstream message. But PBD's got fucking mainstream because it's news. So it's like, you know, he had Donald Trump on, fucking Rogan with the election. So maybe there's an Entrepreneur Shadow Government podcast and just start talking on the current affairs. Write something about politics and business, and it's fucking doing thousands of views. I mean, I didn't want to ever just make content for the sake of it, but, you know, if you're going to get engagement, you have to talk about what people want to fucking hear about, not what you want to talk about. Yeah, let's hear you loud on the phone so these guys can hear, yeah? Let's go, well done yesterday, good work. Let's smash it, yeah? Let's make this the record-breaking day of this department this month, yeah? You guys have got new guys coming in now, yeah? This is important, isn't it? Yeah, you got to show them who's a badass. Yeah, you don't want them coming in and seeing you bomb out on the bookings. This is your ego at stake now. You got to show them who's number one. That's how it happens. Don't let the newbies come in and see you not making bookings. Do you know how much that would drive me? That would drive me fucking insane. I'd be in here making sure they're watching me, knowing I'm the baddest motherfucker on the planet. So full focus, no distractions, be dialed in. Let them see that you're high performance. Don't let them see that you're lagging behind or you're not getting the job done or you're getting frustrated. Never show weakness. What I would suggest doing, if I may, because of the amount of resources that you've got, if you've got 12 pitches, you focus on the new pitches and you call all of the follow-ups. So this is the blueprint. It'd be really interesting to see how many pitches you two can get sat in one day with nobody else. Because realistically, yeah, what I want to test out once and for all is what one salesperson can do. Like if he has no distraction and he's just on pitches and his diary's constantly filled, how many can they fit in one day? Because this is a numbers game. So as we build this blueprint of the system here, it's got to be the salesperson. How many can they sit? Like today, we don't want to see you sitting 3 or 4. Today's got to be the 6 to 8. Forget about the rest of the week on just making sure that he stays absolutely maximized. It'd be interesting to see what the in-day first pitch close conversion rate looks like when you've got enough potential to go at versus the follow-up. Your follow-ups here are pretty poor in terms of the conversion rate right now, so you need to close on the first call. What's the qualification criteria on these bookings to pitch? Are you pushing for 85k? Only? Yeah. Okay. Keep that quality as high as possible, yeah? Plan a second, but I just want to say, I feel like you 4 guys here, yeah, are the most elite out of this whole team. Yeah, so today is your blueprint to show that you can fucking close. Hi everyone, so welcome back to another episode of Carpool Karaoke.
Fine, we'll do it. Said a diva is a...
So welcome back to another Carpool Q&A. Today we have the fabulous Monique McKenzie. Hello Monique, how are you?
Good, yeah.
But today we're calling this the van pool Q&A because my car is currently getting wrapped. So we're in the Trade Mastermind PR machine and we're going to do something a little bit different. Tell me what your journey with Trade Mastermind has been like so far. Hold tight.
Going for a ride. Yeah, that, exactly, a ride. The ride of my life. Been here over a year now and yeah, it's been a journey. Still on it.
What's the biggest lesson that you've learned about yourself?
That I'm very tenacious, and I've just learned that word this week and it's such a good word, so I've been waiting to use it. Consistency pays off.
Yeah, fantastic.
Tenacious.
Okay.
Tenacity.
So I remember interviewing you and we were in that room upstairs and I thought, this woman is crazy.
Crazy, I knew you were going to say.
But there was something special about you. I was right, my gut was right. Why is it that you joined the business and what were your first impressions of the company?
Well, first I just want to go back to that interview because actually I think it's quite funny you mentioned, because I remember coming out of that interview and I rang my friend when I got in the car and I was like, I have absolutely messed that up. I just didn't stop speaking the whole time. I was like, I've messed that up, there is no way I've got that job. And I actually got a call, I think it was that evening, to say, yeah, Joseph wants to see you again. And I was like, how? How have I managed that? Yeah, obviously since then, yeah, the culture, I just saw that it was very rewarding. It was, you know, a growing business, it's growing fast.
For anyone joining our business, what's one piece of advice you would give them to succeed in the business?
I know this one.
Go for it.
Okay, adaptable. You have to be adaptable.
How
No
often
messing
do we
around.
change?
No, well, this morning to now, probably lots of things have changed.
What's the funniest thing that's happened to you since working at the Trade Mastermind?
The funny thing is, it all happens to me. No, when Santa came in, for ages, I didn't realise it was Shane. It's Shane!
If you could do another role and you weren't working in sales and you could go into any career, what would it be and why?
But I would be really good as a red coat at Butlins.
A red coat of Butlins.
How entertaining would I be?
How random.
No, but I wouldn't
You
want to
probably
do that.
would
But
be
I
good
would,
at
what
that.
would I be good at? I would be
red
good at as a
coat.
red coat.
If you were CEO of the Trade Mastermind, what's one thing that you would change immediately?
I would maybe little monthly team things. I think it's nice with the business evolving so quickly that everyone gets to know each other as well. That's how you work together better, I guess, with better relationships.
What advice would you give someone looking for a sales role with Trade Mastermind and how is it they succeed at Trade Mastermind?
Do your research, ask questions, be confident, have flair. Flair is definitely something you need as a salesperson. Don't be rigid and boring. You need to you need to have some character about yourself, because I think we know that people buy from people they know, like and trust.
Yeah. If you are a bit rigid and boring,
don't come and work for Tradesman. But you should have let me drive.
Well, maybe next time. Once I get the Range Rover back.
Yeah, I'm not
I'll take
driving
you out
this.
in the
I'm
Range
driving
Rover.
the Range. Cool.
Okay, back to work, Monique. You've had enough time off. This hook is going to be what happens from this Monday to this Friday. Yeah? So what's happened so far this week? Because we keep talking about the same old shit every week. Write these down, Evelina. Yeah? Show's going stale. I made a mistake. Show's going stale. She's going stale. I made a mistake. Christmas is cancelled. That's a potential hook, isn't it? Ricky Gervais thing, we knew what we were walking into, almost. So if we did Christmas is cancelled, yeah, and that's the show of episode 67. And what we could do is list out for the rest of the year the number of shows against the weeks and then write down the names of the shows. Like New Year's show, for example, we can plan that now. I've already broke my New Year's resolution. I don't want to be 100 million, I want to be a fucking billion. As long as we got the hook, we know the time of year, time-sensitive time of year, we've got the hook. That then gives us that very basic opener and intro. That gives us the show title. Then it gives us the thumbnail. Then the bit in the middle can be the bit in the middle. But as long as there's the key hook that's going to get the show open. Because then you can go ahead and get the graphics done for the next 6 weeks. I've been speaking to Laurie quite a bit about establishing this board, and he says that a shadow government needs to have a minimum of 5 policies. We want to get it lined up this week and get some members of the board appointed, and then he's going to aim to get it out in the mail next Sunday. So then we could plate the content around. My policy would be to stuff that really matters, like supporting of small businesses and creating a growth fund, you know, tackling the university fucking fees and giving people free education, like those types of things that, you know, are going to be popular. It needs to be, I'm not going for Prime Minister, so I don't want to tackle fucking the UK's fucking global problems. Just to be clear, the concept is around championing business owners and entrepreneurs to help solve problems, but I don't want to start veering off too far.
You never know, you can run for Prime Minister.
Yeah, I know. All in good time, you more. All in good time, yeah? I feel like giving up. I'll never give up, bitch! Because every little thing is gonna be alright. If you don't worry. So we're in the van and we're heading back to Trade Mastermind HQ. We're in the Trade Mastermind PR wagon. I bought this van and wrapped it purely just so it could sit outside the Trade Mastermind offices. And when people pulled up, they know they're at Trade Mastermind, they know we're official. It's a great PR piece, a great tool. It's come in real handy actually, because I am having my car wrapped black and I'm calling it the Valente upgrade. A little bit like Mansouri or Khan. I'm making the Valente Prestige. So I'm having new letters put on it, Valente letters, Valente on the bonnet, getting rid of all the carbon fibre, bronze rims. Yeah, it's going to look fantastic. So that's going to be ready on Friday. So I'm back in the van, but this is a nice little motor. And yeah, anyway, I've got a meeting with Handelsbanken now to look at working with them for lots of different stuff, banking with them, getting funding from them, getting them to support us through acquisitions of buying some businesses. So it'd be great to meet these guys and see what they're all about. That's where you're pointing that fucking cannon. That was right at my head. Yeah, watch where you're fucking pointing that cannon. I'm being serious, up in the air, don't point it near me. I'm pleased to announce Ethan from Alpha Electrics as our January competition winner! Woo! Right, Monique's got it done. Oh, no! Hold it up, yeah? Maybe, no, Shane, take it off her. Take it off her. Yeah, up in the fucking air, yeah? Okay, so we're live at the Scale Up Awards. We are actually live. It's on a live stream. This is, you know, a very prestigious award that we're going for. It's Scale Up Entrepreneur of the Year. So fingers crossed we get it. We've got the team in here and they're just about to announce our category. So fingers crossed, it's all to play for.
Of the show. This award celebrates those individuals who have taken an idea and turned it into a successful business with strong financials, a commitment to the environment, and clear plans for future growth. Joseph Valente. Corey Yahaya Upskilled Universe. Let's find out who the winner is.
With great future plans to expand their business and explore new ventures, this individual surpasses all expectations. And the winner is Joseph Valente.
Whoa!
Let me have it.
Why did you pop it then? We had to redo it. You lot are fucking useless at these poppers. Why do you do it every time?
3, 2, 1. No, you guys weren't listening.
Not just a random pop, no one was ready. Why did you pop it for? You're never doing a confetti cannon again.
I'm leaving.
I'm never letting you do a confetti cannon ever again.
Congratulations.
All right. Anyway, we won. Woo! I'm just about to go on stage. I'm running late for this event, but I've got to get this post off to my social media manager. I won Entrepreneur of the Year last night, 2024. Really, really impressed. It's a massive award and fits really well with me launching the Entrepreneur Shadow Government. So I'll put a little bit of copy together, which I think hits the spot. I've been very proud to have been awarded Entrepreneur of the Year 2024. The last few years for me haven't been easy bouncing back after Impra. It took a lot of grit, courage and determination. But after turning Trade Mastermind into an 8-figure business in just 4 years, pioneering a marketplace and changing the lives of many thousands of businesses in the UK by teaching them how to scale up, I believe I re-cemented my position as one of the UK's top entrepreneurs. This is really important to me. But an entrepreneur's success is not just about what they do, but what their team does. And my success wouldn't be possible without a great team behind me making these awards possible. Onwards and upwards. And that picture.
You've got another copy of stage, by the way.
Thanks. What'd she say? Everywhere. Facebook, X. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? You ready to rock? Right now, it's not looking good. What you've just sent me in terms of bookings for the rest of next week ain't looking good. And what I'm seeing you're producing on a day-by-day basis is nowhere near enough. I was expecting, to be fair, at this point in time, you would have been able to at least be generating a consistent number of bookings above the 10. And it's nowhere near. You know, from a hot lead point of view, it's probably the worst week I've ever seen. So drastic times call for drastic actions. I'm not going to leave this department to run like this anymore. You guys in charge of running it, I don't think that you can do it by yourselves. You're not doing enough to make some moves. The first move I'm doing is I'm bringing in a new sales manager. I'm going to carve up the team and he's coming in to take over the bookings. I'm going to hire a new marketing manager and bring another marketing manager into the mix because this marketing isn't working currently, to see what they can add value to. I'm bringing in a head of operations. He starts next Monday to come and oversee everything that you guys are doing up there, okay, and tying it all together. So whenever you're scaling up a business, one of the biggest challenges is to keep the productivity high because you're adding more people in, it causes more chaos, you've got to rebuild the systems, you've still got to deliver on the job, and so it really is tough. As a leader, it's your job to really make sure that you're going above and beyond to maintain standards within your organization. And at times, it can feel like you're banging your head against the wall. And you're the only one championing those standards being maintained, but don't give up. You've got to be a real force to be reckoned with in your business. And if you're going to get growth, it's got to be you driving these standards through the business until you can bring in great people that are going to assist you with maintaining and increasing the standards that you have within the organization. Saying it once doesn't get the job done. Saying it over and over and over and over again gets the job done. It doesn't matter how long people have been with you with all the will in the world and the best intentions. Everybody needs G'ing up at some point in time and reminding what it is that we're trying to achieve here. Yeah. Whoa, what have you made? Whoa, that's so cool. Is that a green Range Rover? What's that one? That looks cool. That looks like a yellow Lamborghini. He's coming back. I'm going to hire a head of operations, somebody that I interviewed yesterday, to get in there. I'm just going to chuck resource at it. You know, I've got 15 people up there now, and their system's not done, their processes aren't made, the managers aren't in, the marketing's not connected, the confirmation isn't there. So I'm just going to chuck resource at it. He's going to start the following Monday. I'm going to hire this lady, I think, that I met yesterday for a CMO role, and bring her in and put her straight on that, because they've got enough people. Now it's just about molding it all out. I just think we need backup management and senior management that can come in and fucking execute. I won't, son. Yeah, let's get some food. Thanks very much for coming down for the lunch today. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to get caught up really and see what it is that I could do to help you and support you.
How do we give youngsters the best crack at life in this city?
Yeah.
It's a tough old place, really.
Yeah.
We're not a big middle class city.
Yeah.
We're a working class city who know how to do good jobs and get good money in. So how do we get proper careers teachers in secondary schools? How do those teachers see themselves reaching out to you, the college, the university, to Caterpillar, Perkins, all our local businesses? And I want to get businesses into schools so that youngsters can see what kind of jobs they might do. If you see someone who does something like you, looks like you, you're more likely to feel a connection to it all.
Absolutely.
It is great people go to university, but for a lot of people, university is not the right option. Particularly some of our young lads just need to go and roll their sleeves up and start pulling and touching things rather than just reading books. So
and that's exactly my character. I was never very good at school, couldn't get on with it. Have you connected up with many business leaders yet since you've been...
Trying to. I've met a good number of businesses. I was at Duxford for the Chambers of Commerce Business Breakfast, so there's probably about 100 or so businesses there. Anything to me, anything that allows us to use Parliament to get people from Peterborough together with the people who make decisions, I'm fully up for. The thing about my mum was, she brought me and my brother up that if you think that things aren't right in the world, get off the sofa. You can't moan unless you're willing to do something about it. But that's why I'm passionate about apprenticeships, because most of my family worked in the railworks and the car industry, all did great apprenticeships, but as some of the big companies declined and the railways declined, there were less job opportunities to do that kind of stuff.
I want to work with politicians and government, so I've created this entrepreneur shadow government, and really it gives me a vehicle to be able to try and, again, work with people like yourself to understand and see if there is anything we can do to help or influence. I appointed a gentleman called Laurie Stone as head of media on the board. I've sent out invitations to some additional more board members to come into the board to be able to start it up, some nice figureheads of entrepreneurship in the UK as a whole.
Yeah, I always welcome partnership and bringing people into the room to have the conversation. Anyway, so this startup coalition works with tech startups and others and does that. So it's a very similar, in a very specific industry, it's something quite similar. Tech UK, who I work with, and some of the other things, some of the tech companies, it's a really interesting space getting to the AI world, are working with government. Now you've got big players like Microsoft, but you've also got the voice of startup and founders. When I ask, are there countries that do this better than us already? And how do we learn from them? They can tell me, well, Estonia's tech innovation is a much higher percentage of GDP here. Tell me more about how you get there.
You know, there was a lot of people saying that, you know, in the post that you can't run a country like a business. There was that side of the fence, and there was a lot of people in the post saying, I think it'd be great to have entrepreneurs in government to be able to solve problems. And looking at the reaction from the last budget and how frustrated many businesses were, I wonder if the way to encourage business owners to grow and to do more is to be able to have a say in how their tax dollars get spent. And I think that's wider than just the business community. I think that's, you know, the population as a whole. It's everybody pays in, but nobody gets to decide or has a voice in where it goes. So I want to have a position where I create a voice where at least we can try and influence. And some people did say about the FSB and the Chamber of Commerce, so hopefully we can have the ESG up there as well.
I would definitely, if you're interested in how do we get the best in Peterborough, particularly around skills and stuff, I'll come back to you there, because I want to try and get some business people around the table to work out how can we help teachers do the best for their students, to know about what business is.
Yeah, I will do, thanks a lot, really appreciate your time. Take care, see you soon. It's quite funny because that's the second invitation I've had to Parliament now in the last month. One from Lee Anderson, Reform MP, and now one from Andrew, Peterborough Labour MP. Just won Entrepreneur of the Year, started the Entrepreneur Shadow Government, getting invited to Parliament. And so the universe genuinely talks to you. And when your eyes are open and you're conscious enough to see what it's trying to tell you, the signs are subtle. The universe doesn't form in front of you in the representation of a person and have a convo. It can only send you signs. And you choose to follow those signs or ignore those signs. But those signs for me are, this is the right path, keep going. You know, go into this uncharted territory. You need to lead with business. When he comes and sits with me and he knows that I've got 50 people, he knows that my business is a big business, you get the respect. If I'm a small business, they're not going to listen. Unless you've actually achieved some stuff or you've got something behind you, who's going to listen? So if I'm going to really make an impact, I'm going to need to get a lot more successful to be able to get my opinions heard. And just so happens, that's exactly what I'm planning to do anyway. We've got to get back to the office because I've got lots and lots of interviews and lots more jobs to create for this city. So let's roll. What do you mean calm down? I'm not going to calm down. You're ringing me, telling me, let me tell you, my business is worth